Hey y'all, welcome to the Fill-In Station. It's a new day, y'all, an exciting day in the market, or it has been an exciting day in the market. And in this video, we're going to look at inside day candles, which generally just helps build a watch list and gives us possible price targets. But first, let me give my disclaimer. I am not a financial advisor. I just enjoy teaching people how to build generational wealth. And yes, the stock market is just one of those avenues. So this video is for educational purposes only, y'all. If you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together. So with that being said, let's get started. So we are looking at, again, inside day candles for the market tomorrow, which will be Friday, January the 17th. And what I normally do is look at the trigger, meaning if it break beyond this place, this is the possible target, or if it break under this, this is the possible target. So the first one on the list today is AI. AI closed at 32.31. Let's say that first, right? It normally moves about $2.02 per day. So if by chance we break beyond 32.67, we have an upside target of 33.06. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under 31.51, we have a downside target of 31.51, which is not far at all. Again, it normally moves $2.02 per day. So if you trade AI, it is an inside day candle. Let me look at AMD. Is just normally one that I put on my list, as you can see all of those lines, right? So Blink, BLNK, is an inside day candle. If by chance we break above $1.50, we have an upside target of $1.52, which is not far, right? So to the downside, under 145 gives us a downside target of 143. And BLNK normally moves about 11 cents per day. So if that's one that you trade, I say trade carefully. Citigroup, or C, is an inside day candle. It normally moves about $1.75 per day in either direction, right? So if by chance we break above 78.81, we have an upside target of 79.30. Now to the downside, under 77.75 gives us a downside target of 75.87, which is right where this 5 EMA is support, right? So if you trade Citi or C, it is an inside day candle. Charge Point is also an inside day candle. If by chance we break above $1.12, we have $1.13 as the target, not far at all. Under 108 gives us 106 as a possible target. It normally moves about 8 cents per day. So if you trade Charge Point, it is an inside day candle. Cleveland Cliffs, or CLF, is also an inside day candle. Now it normally moves about 47 cents per day. And if by chance we break above $10.56, we have $10.61 as the target. Now, to the downside, let me see if I can, yes, to the downside, if by chance we break under 10.22, we have a downside target of 10.20, which is really not far at all. So again, if you trade CLF, it is an inside day candle. The next one on the list is Devon Energy. Devon normally moves about, or DVN, normally moves about $1.05 per day. If by chance we break above $38.64, we have an upside target of $38.74. Now to the downside, under $37.92 gives us a downside target of $37.34. DVN is an inside day candle. Now Ford is also an inside day candle, or F, ticker F. If by chance we break above $10.06, we have an upside target of 10.06, which is not far. Let's say that. Now to the downside, under 9.89, let's see where that downside target is. 9.89. That is interesting for Ford. And again, it is a slow mover. It normally moves about 23 cents per day. So if you trade Ford, or F, it is an inside day candle. Google, GOOG, is an inside day candle, and it normally moves $4.52 per day. Now if by chance we break above $197.08. We have an upside target here at $197.87. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under 194.28, we have a downside target for GOOG at 193.30. So if you trade Google or Alphabet Inc., see it is an inside day candle. GOOGL or Alphabet Inc. A is also an inside day candle. It normally moves $4.53. That is the ATR for the day, and normally if that is normally the ATR for the day. Let me say that. Now, above $195.47 gives us an upside target of $196.40. If by chance we break under $192.82, we have a downside target of $191.76. So if you trade GOOG or GOOGL, they both are inside day candles. KOSS, KOSS, is also an inside day candle. It normally moves about 48 cents per day. Not really a big mover. Now, if by chance we break above $6.83, we have $6.97 as the upside target. Now, to the downside, under $6.61 gives us $6.58 as the target, which brings us to where this I say the strong support area of the ATR trail and stop. I use that as a strong support area. So if you trade KOSS, it is an inside day candle. So I say trade carefully. Now, KSS is an inside day candle, which is Kohl's. And I'm going to see, it normally moves about 53 cents per day. Again, not a big mover. If by chance we break above 1307, the upside target here is 1309, not far away. To the downside, under 1273 gives us 1262 or 1261 as the target for KSS. It is an inside day candle. Macy's, which is M, is an inside day candle. It normally moves about 79 cents per day. That is the ATR, and that is the average true range for the stock. So above 14.19 gives us 14.29 as the target. To the downside, under 13.75 gives us a downside target of looks like 1366 or 1368. So if you trade Macy's, it is an inside day candle. And that is interesting, right? So I'm going to look and see if, yes, Meta is also an inside day candle. And it normally moves $17.85 per day. So if by chance we break above 616.52, we have 622.73 as the target. Now to the downside, under 609.49 gives us a downside target of 606.18, which is interesting because we're resting at this 5 EMA. So that's something to be mindful of. If you trade Meta, it looks like we've been, trading in a gathering spot, as I like to say, or consolidation area. I would say trade carefully. Again, it normally moves at 17.85 per day. So trade carefully. I would definitely mark those levels if that's something that I like to trade. Again, not financial advice. Meta, that was Meta. So now Netflix is one that I trade often. It is not an inside day candle, as you can see. That's why my charts are so marked up, because I really like Netflix. You can get some nice moves on Netflix if you get in at the right time and out at the right time. Oxy is next on the list for an inside day candle. It normally moves about $1.16 per day. If by chance we break above 52.79, we have an upside target of 52.79. Not far at all, right? Yes. So under 51.93, we have a downside target of 51.72. What's interesting is the price did come under this 5 EMA, and we have a doji candle, so we got to be careful here with Oxy. If that's something that you trade, I would say trade carefully. RUT is an inside day candle. It normally moves $39.90 per day. Keep in mind that could be in either direction, right? So above 2273.04 gives us an upside target of 2278.58. Now to the downside, under 2252.76. We have a downside target here of 2252.76. So that's something to be mindful of, right? So if you trade RUT, it is an inside day candle. It normally moves $39.90 per day. Looks like we're kind of trading, yeah, in an interesting place today. So trade carefully, right? So the next one on the list, I'm not even going to click on the SPY because I know that is a very congested chart. Tesla is an inside day candle. As you can see, it too is a congested chart for me because that's something that I like to study and trade often. So with that being said, Tesla normally moves about $24.08 as of now. That is the ATR, average true range for the stock, and it is an inside day candle. Above 424 gives us an upside target of 429.80, which is here. Now to the downside, if by chance we break under 409.13, we have a downside target for Tesla at 405.66. So that's something to be mindful of, right? So if you trade Tesla, as of now, the ATR is $24.08. That could be in either direction, and Tesla normally exceeds its ATR, meaning if it's going to go up, it normally exceeds that amount, or if it's going to drop down, it could very well exceed that downside targets or total. So yeah, that's something to be mindful of. And I do believe we have one more, which is WFC. Wells Fargo, it is an inside day candle. Wells Fargo normally moves about $1.69 per day, and again, y'all, that's in either direction. So if by chance we break above 76.46, we have an upside target of 76.85. Now to the downside, under 74.65, we have a downside target of 73.64 for WFC. It is an inside day candle, y'all. So I do these, I look at inside day candles again because it helps build a watch list and it gives us possible price targets. That's something to be mindful of. I hope that everyone had a very productive day today. And if you could please like, share, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff, because we learn and we grow together. So until next time, y'all be blessed as well as a blessing unto others.